Hi, I'm Matthew Harwood with Advanced Physical Therapy in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. As a physical therapist, I get a lot of questions from people asking me about shoes. And whether you're a runner or a walker or somebody just looking for a pair of shoes to make them feel good when they're up on their feet, having the right shoe can make the difference. And using your specialty shoe store can help you get the right pair of shoes. So we're here at Fleet Feet Sports in Carrboro to learn about shoes and have some of these common questions answered. So let's go inside and learn. I want to introduce Kristen Pate. She's the outreach coordinator and one of the many experienced shoe gurus here at Fleet Feet Sports in Carrboro. Kristen, thanks for meeting with us.
Thanks, it's great to be here.
Kristen, what types of shoes are available for people who are looking for a new running shoe or a walking shoe or a shoe that just feels good on their feet?
In general, there are three types of shoes for runners and walkers. There's a neutral shoe. This is a single density foam here, meant to provide the most amount of cushion to absorb shock for a foot that's got a higher arch or a more neutral arch. The next type of shoe is a stability shoe. This is a moderate stability shoe, and you can see here from the gray material, this is a dual density material, meant to help out an arch that's a little bit lower, needs a little more support. And then we have a motion control shoe, which is meant to do just that. It's got the dual density material as well, and then also a plastic foot bridge to reinforce that stability. This shoe is definitely best for a flat foot, a foot that needs a lot more help in the control area.
What is the difference, Kristen, between a walking shoe and a running shoe?
Well, a running shoe is usually made with a mesh upper. A mesh is going to be more breathable, lighter weight, and it lets the moisture out. Whereas a walking shoe is usually made with leather, which is going to be a little warmer, less breathable, maybe a little heavier, but it's definitely more aesthetically pleasing to some people. The major difference between a walking shoe and a running shoe is that a walking shoe is going to be more rigid in the toe. It doesn't have quite the bend that a running shoe does, where you can really get a strong toe off.
Kristen, what's the difference between a neutral shoe and a minimal shoe?
Well, a neutral shoe has the more traditional 12 millimeter heel drop, which is the distance from the rear foot down to the forefoot in the midsole area. Your foot is essentially in this position, whereas a minimal shoe is going to have a 4 millimeter heel drop or even less. So the distance from here to here is a lot flatter, keeping your foot in a flatter position. Also, a minimal shoe is going to have a lot more flexibility. So this is definitely for a foot that is very efficient on its own. It doesn't need a lot of support. Because in a more neutral, traditional shoe, it's not going to be quite as flexible. There's a lot more rear foot control and a lot more shoe underneath your foot. A lot more foam and stuff to help protect you while you're running.
Kristen, what other considerations should somebody be aware of when they're going to get a new pair of shoes?
The first thing to know is if you have a neutral, high, low, or flat arch. Also, is your foot curved or very straight? Usually a flatter foot is going to call for a straighter last, which is the shape of the footprint of the shoe. You can see that this shoe is very straight, almost like a rectangle. From top to bottom, you've got a nice straight line, versus a very curved shoe, which is best for a more curved foot. In general, that's going to be a higher, more neutral arch that can fit a curved shoe with a curved last best. So you can see the difference between a curved last and a straight last.
Kristen, thank you for talking with us today and sharing your expertise about shoes. As a healthcare provider, I encourage people to utilize their specialty shoe store. Specialty shoe store is the front line in healthcare and in injury prevention. Having the right shoe can make the difference in how you perform, in how you manage, and how you prevent injury. Kristen, thanks again for your expertise today.
Thank you.
And thanks for watching the video.